So in this video, we look at what auto top-off's all about. We look at why the check jib message appears on your display, and then we look at how to replace the jib when it's empty. So with that said, let's get started. So let's first talk about what auto top-off is, and then we'll get into how to resolve the check jib message that's related to the system. As you cook food in a fryer, the oil level in the vat will slowly decrease because some oil always gets absorbed into whatever product you're cooking. And then when you remove your basket from the vat, that oil's removed too. So rather than you having to intermittently pour fresh oil from a jib to fill the vat, which by the way, jib stands for jug and box, your fryer automatically tops it off for you by pumping fresh oil from the jib stored under the fryer to the vat. As a side note, for single vat fryers, the fresh oil will come from this auto top-off reservoir instead of the jib. Auto top-off will only activate and try to add fresh oil to the vat when the oil level is lower than these two level sensing probes and there are no cook cycles currently counting down on the control. When both of these things are true, the auto top-off system will then add oil to the vat until the oil is just touching these two probes. Once oil's touching both probes, the auto top-off system stops until the oil level's low again. Now, as a quick side note, some restaurants get their oil in a bib, which stands for bag in a box, rather than a jib, which, as we know, stands for jug in a box. Both of those can be used on a Henny Penny fryer with the auto top-off feature. But for the rest of this video, I'll just refer to this as a jib. So now that we understand a bit more about how auto top-off works, the check jib message will make more sense. So when auto top-off tries several times to top off a vat, but it doesn't see oil touching both of the level probes, the check jib alert appears. This alert means that the jib under the fryer or auto top-off reservoir on a single vat fryer is empty and needs to be filled or replaced. The easiest thing to do is replace or fill this right away, and then the vat will continue to top off and stops giving you that continuous annoying check jib alert. By replacing the jib right away, it also reduces a lot of additional wear on the jib motor, since this motor won't continue to attempt to top off from an empty container over and over again. To manually replace the jib, open the new one by completely removing the foil seal from the top of the jib. And don't let any foil fall into the jib, as it'll clog up the jib tube. Pull the old jib out from under the fryer and remove the jib tube. Pour any remaining oil from the old jib into the new one, and then insert the jib tube and push this back under the fryer. For single vat units, instead of replacing the jib, you just pull out the auto top-off reservoir and manually pour fresh oil up to the level line. For fryers that are plumbed to a fresh oil or bulk oil supply system, all you have to do is fill the jib from the control. To do this, you tap on the menu icon, tap oil and filter, tap fill jib, and then tap and hold the fill button until the jib is full. All right, you're now an expert on all things auto top-off.